Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, the Republican Party just endorsed a sexist, homophobic, cheating, accused abuser, also a conspiracy theorist who used campaign donations at a strip club. I mean, I know you're all shocked, right? This is so out of character for the Republican Party. So, here's the deal. Former NBA player Royce White is running for the Senate. This is in the state of Minnesota. He hopes to unseat the Democratic senator there, Amy Klobuchar, and the Minnesota Republican Party just endorsed him, overwhelmingly endorsed this guy. Not a shock considering who this man is. So first of all, White blames feminists for the LGBTQ quote unquote movement, as if, these aren't just people trying to live their lives. He once posted on Twitter, quote, "The LGBTQ movement is the brainchild of radical feminists and their cucked men, at least from a political standpoint." And then White referred to LGBTQ people as, quote, Luciferian. He thinks he doth protest too much, but okay. This guy is he is next level, but he fits in perfectly with the MAGA Republicans. Now let's move on to his next disgusting take. White has called women whores and bitches on social media, and he claims that women having a job is a tax scam. It's a scam to double tax Americans. So, yeah, because, women couldn't possibly be interested in having a life, having a career and success of their own. But as I've said before, that, of course, is what terrifies insecure men like this, right? How can they possibly keep a woman, hold her down, keep her trapped in a relationship with scum like this if she has her own life and her own income? So there you go. That's what it's all about. And so this next bit of news came as no surprise because White allegedly physically abused his wife. That's what she accused him of. She got a protective order against him. She announced that she was going to file for divorce. Now, unfortunately, she decided to stay with him. For what reason, I don't know. And according to the Daily Mail, he apparently also has a girlfriend on the side. Oh, and White has also been accused of pressuring a woman to have an abortion while he now embraces the far right's regressive anti-abortion laws. So there's that. And then there was this.
Well, look, let's just be frank. Women have become too mouthy.
So there you see White, screaming insecurity, screaming, "I'm a terrified little boy trapped in a man's body." Because nothing says insecure man like that. That was White on a recent appearance on Sloppy Steve Bannon's show. As for White's conspiratorial beliefs, he once played a basketball game with the words "deep state" written on the side of his head using a Sharpie. And then on the other side of his head, he wrote, "Alex Jones was right." Yeah, Alex Jones, the guy who lied about children being slaughtered at their school and was, hit with almost $1 billion for defamation. Yeah, that guy. That's the guy that he thinks is right. So when White was asked about his support for Alex Jones, he told New York Times reporter Michelle Goldberg, quote, "Anytime a Black man steps up who is competent on the issues, philosophically, politically, spiritually, socially, economically, they start to plan how they're going to kill him." Yeah, you're so competent on the issues, White. This guy obviously thinks he's far more important than he is. I mean, if he thinks, they're going to try to take him out because he has a take on Alex Jones, which is wholly incorrect anyway. So this isn't White's first attempt to become a politician. He ran unsuccessfully for U.S. Congress back in 2022. He was trying to win a seat held by a Democrat back then as well, Ilhan Omar. And White took that loss pretty hard, apparently, because 1 week after his loss, he flew down to Florida at 5 a.m. in the morning, and he spent over $1,200 in donor funds at an all-nude strip club. Wonder what his wife thought of that. And then he spent more than $1,000 on a limo and car service for the same day. Donor money. Not his money, donor money. And according to the Daily Beast, these were just a few of the many seemingly illegal campaign expenditures. I say seemingly, but you're going to hear they're definitely illegal. They reviewed his campaign finance reports, and they found over $100,000 in suspicious expenses that included, quote, mysterious wire transfers and checks reported as paid to the campaign, hefty tabs at spicy night spots, getaways at posh hotels in at least 7 states, thousands of dollars in limousine services, unexplained cash withdrawals, eye-popping purchases from electronics, sporting goods, clothing, and musical instrument retailers, and the Dribble Up smart basketball training app that White himself admitted might be personal use. And then the Daily Beast says that White spent, quote, tens of thousands after the primary on luxury lodging, car service, airline tickets, meals, and other costs across half a dozen states. In all, White's campaign appears to have spent around $30,000 on hotels, many outside of the state where he was running. And White appears to have used campaign funds to purchase a whole new wardrobe, which is completely prohibited under campaign finance laws. They said that he spent hundreds of dollars each at various clothing stores like Lululemon, Nordstrom, Nike, Express, bunch of others. So pretty ironic, because White is constantly bitching about corrupt politicians. And he talked out of both sides of his mouth when they asked him about all of this. On one hand, he claimed, oh, these were just mistakes. You know, the campaign accidentally used the wrong credit card. But remember, these expenses were from like 2 years ago. So you're telling me they didn't catch these so-called mistakes after 2 years? And then White also told the Daily Beast, quote, that's all campaign stuff. Every dollar was spent on the campaign for campaign reasons. And White said, quote, if the FEC wants to fine us, that's completely fine. There are much bigger scams with political campaigns. A campaign finance specialist, though, told the Daily Beast that this is far more serious than a fine. He said, quote, we're not talking about small stuff. This takes us well outside the realm of FEC fines. This looks a lot like the kind of thing that people go to jail for. Misusing campaign funds can be a serious criminal offense. Many politicians have gone to jail for diverting donor funds to personal expenses. And, quote, a close read suggests an incredibly long list of illegal expenditures. And the specialist pointed out that what makes this so damning, what makes it crystal clear that these were not campaign expenses, is that many of them were made after White lost his race. So they can't possibly be considered campaign expenses. And the communications VP for a government watchdog group called CREW, which I've talked about before, it's Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington. They told the Daily Beast, quote, in nearly a decade of reviewing FEC disclosures, I've never seen a mess quite like White's disbursements. This gets to the heart of the misuse of campaign funds. So I mean, this guy is right up there with Santos, it seems. Maybe he can get a cell with him. Maybe they can be bunkmates with, Georgie and him, considering how much he loves gay people, right? Wouldn't that be ideal? Anyway, I will let you know when I hear more. But yeah, I guess I'm just one of those mouthy broads that he dislikes. We would not get along. That dog would not hunt in my house. All right. Anyway, I'll talk with you guys later. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.